Hello and welcome back to Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition with me, Bardon. So last time the Nameless One bumped into his old flame and it really was a torment, actually. Oh, what's this? Oh, I think that's the portal. Ah, yes, she told us about the portal, but someone else told us about it as well. Okay, so I don't think I want to take that yet, because I want to see what else is around here. So let's go around this way. Yeah, because there's nothing else. Yeah, that's the wall that we saw on the other side. Okay, so let's go say hi to the skeletons, or was it giant skeletons? Yeah, so hopefully don't kill me. Before you is a giant skeleton in ornate bronze armor. The armor has been bolted onto the skeleton's frame, and a series of elaborate symbols have been carved across the breastplate. You wonder where the skeleton came from. You weren't aware they made humans in this size. The huge blade in its hand looks like it weighs as much as a wagon cart. Well, we already know that they're basically they were giants that were turned into this. Mind if I hold that blade for a second? You must be getting tired of holding it. Okay, so long you've been standing. So how long have you been standing here? I guess it's supposed to be. Examine the giant skeleton carefully. Okay, the skeleton's intricate bronze armor is riveted onto its rib cage and shoulder. Oh, let's do that again. Riveted onto its rib cage and shoulder blades with a series of iron bolts. As you study the frame behind the armor, you notice the same iron bolts are set into the skeleton's shoulder, elbow, pelvic, and knee joints. A mass of thick leather cords and heavy knotted ropes run along the length of the skeleton's arms and legs, woven in such a pattern that they resemble muscles and tendons. Let's examine the armor. Despite the armor's obvious age, it looks well cared for. It shines brightly, and the symbols engraved on the breastplate seem to flow in the firelight, shifting slightly whenever you try to focus on them. Let's study the symbols. Almost unconsciously, you let your gaze relax as you look at the symbols. After a moment, the symbols cease shifting and resolve into a trail of runes that run up and down the breastplate. Strangely enough, the interlocking pattern of runes reminds you of chains, and with that thought, you suddenly recall that these runes are some sort of warding enchantment. Okay, let's see what we have. Study the runes and try and recall the enchantment. Try and pry the skeleton's blade from its hand. Okay, let's study the runes. You study the runes for a while, but you can't decipher the enchantment. It looks pretty complicated, and you're having a hard time concentrating. Okay, let's compare the runes to the runes in the book of Tome of Ash. So that book is the one that we took from the zombie worker when we came down here last episode. You consult the tome and compare the diagram to the markings on the breastplate. From what you can make out, the runes are a lesser arming enchantment, but several skull-shaped runes and spherical tracings along the edges of the armor suggest that several greater necromantic and warding enchantments are woven in as well. Touching the skeleton will most likely cause it to awaken and defend itself. Okay, consult the tome of Bone and Ash, see if you can determine how they can be broken. From what you can make out from the tome, it seems the armoring enchantment applies only to the breastplate. The necromantic enchantment allows the skeleton to be raised, but it is the warding enchantment that gives the skeleton its limited awareness of its surroundings. You'd guess that if you were to mar the skeleton's ward, it would interpret it as an attack, unless you blinded it to your presence first. Okay, so mar the runes, maintaining the armor enchantment first, then the necromantic. Okay, let's show more just in case. Okay, yeah. took a Martyr Runes maintaining the armoring enchantment first, then the necromantic, then the warding enchantment. Martyr Runes maintaining the warding enchantment first. So let's figure out what we're supposed to do. Okay, so we have to get rid of the one that allows it to sense us first. So that's the warding enchantment. So number 2 is the best. Mar the runes maintain the warding enchantment first, then work backwards through the rune pattern, casting the necromantic, then the armoring enchantment. Yeah, let's try that. Whew. That noise scared me. The work is difficult and nerve-wracking at first, but slowly your mind begins to focus and the runes begin to unravel beneath your attack. Within minutes, the giant skeleton has been stripped of the enchantments binding it. It collapses, falling to the floor with a crash of bones and a heavy clanging noise. Damn pile of bones. You wait for a moment, but no one responds to the sound. Moving quickly, you sift through the skeleton's parts on the floor. Most of it is too heavy or too old to be useful, but you discover a piece of the skeleton's breastplate with a majority of the broken enchantments engraved on it. You have a feeling that it could prove useful. I'll just take it then. Okay. So that's one. Oh, there's something else here as well. Yeah, we'll come talk to you in a minute. Okay, so we've got a crescent hatchet. Interesting. Okay, let's grab that. Let's actually have a look at that as well. Oh. This huge hatchet has a crescent-shaped head. Although an intimidating weapon, it looks more decorative than functional. Not only is it extremely heavy, but the balance is poor and the edges dull and pitted. Despite the difficulty in using the hatchet in combat, the long handle allows the wielder to put considerable force into the swing. Okay. Now let's go say hi to this guy. Hello, Mr. Giant Skeleton. Before he was a giant skeleton in ornate bronze armor. The armor has been bolted onto the skeleton's frame, and a series of elaborate symbols have been carved across the breastplate. You wonder where the skeleton came from. You weren't aware they made humans in this size. The huge blade in his hand looks like it weighs as much as a wagon cart. So I think that's pretty much the same that it said for the other guy. Okay, let's examine the giant skeleton carefully. Okay, let's examine the armor. Let's study the symbols. Let's study the runes. Try and crawl the enchantment. Let's compare those to the Book of Ash. Okay, and then let's do this one and show more. And then this one. There we go. You wait for a moment, but no one responds to the sound. Moving quickly, you sift through the skeleton's parts on the floor. Most of it is too heavy or too old to be useful, but you discover a piece of the skeleton's breastplate with a majority. Okay, so I think we're probably gonna get like a quarter of a breastplate from each of, because I saw 4 of these guys. So okay, so let's do exactly the same with this guy. Let's see what he's got this time. You quickly rummage through the skeleton's remains and once again uncover a piece of the skeleton's breastplate. Like the first, this one also has a fragment of its broken enchantment engraved on it. It could prove useful. I'll just take it then. Okay, so where was the other guy? Was he over this way? I thought there was a guy around here near the door, no? Hello, zombie. Or is that not the door? No, that's the door is... here he is. Okay. Mr. Giant Skeleton. Hello there. Before you was a giant skeleton. Okay, same stuff basically. Okay. Let's examine and then study and then more study and then compare and then consult and then this one. There we go. You quickly rummage through the skeleton remains and once again uncover a piece of the skeleton's breastplate. Like the first, this one has also has a fragment of its broken enchantment engraved in it. It could prove useful.
I couldn't carry anymore, so I had to drop it.
Okay, thank you for telling me that. So let's give the task list to you, and then the reminder message can go to you as well. Okay, and where did you drop it? Is that gone now? Wait, no, it's there, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Why is that bandages? Where's the breastplate gone? There's Mort. Where did my breastplate go?
What's up?
Do you have it? Oh, he doesn't have it. Now I have it. Okay. So I've got 4 runes. I don't know what we're supposed to do with them though. Okay, let's examine them. Upon close examination of the runes covering the surface of this breastplate, you think you might be able to unlock the rune's power and use it to invoke a primitive warding enchantment, similar to the one that protected the giant skeleton. Activating the rune will destroy the breastplate, however. Okay. Okay, so it's going to say the same on all of them. But I can't yet activate them. Okay? Okay, so let's get both of the guys back together.
Yeah.
Get the team going. Okay, nothing there. So what else do we have? Oh, that guy is wondering what we're still doing here. Well, we're just looking around, you know? Nothing wrong with that. But let's look in a room where he isn't, I guess. Okay, I think we talked to that zombie before. Oh, sorry. Went a bit too far. Oh, we can go this way. Okay. Nice. Some more of the map for us to see then. Okay, so we got... got a lot of dusties who don't seem to like us. Let's just keep walking around to see if we can find anything. So that's the stairs up. Okay, so you're a dustman guard. Okay, let's see. You see a stern-looking man in black robes. He's glaring at you suspiciously. You! State your business! Okay, so let's see. I seem to have gotten turned around in these halls. Are there any guides around who could direct visitors? The dustman frowns. He seems skeptical. There are guides that can direct you in the antechamber. Do not wander in the mortuary unescorted. Thank you for your assistance. I will go speak to the guide. Okay, so I think we got away with that. That's nice. So there's another. That's a guard. That's a guard. One of them had a different name when I hovered over. So we go. Okay, let's see what you're all about. You see a tired-looking man in a black robe. His narrow face is extremely pale, and he doesn't look as if he has been sleeping. His shoulders are slumped, and the flesh sags loosely beneath his bloodshot eyes. He looks so lost in thought, he doesn't even notice you. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
Greetings. The man turns to face you and makes a slight bow. You suddenly notice that his eyes aren't bloodshot so much as they have a red tinge to them. I am Soigo. How may I... He suddenly seems to notice your scars and a corner of his mouth twitches. I'm sorry, sir. Are you lost? So what do I say? No, I'm not lost. I had some questions. Yes. No, I was really looking for the exit. No, I'm not lost. I had some questions. I do not recall admitting you. Seigo looks at you suspiciously, and his eyes gleam red in the light of the torches. May I ask what you are doing here? I was here for an interment earlier, paying my respects. I am ready to leave, but I seem to have gotten turned around. Can you help me find the exit? Seigo nods and the corner of his mouth twitches. Why, of course. These halls can be confusing to visitors. No harm done, but you are not permitted here in the mortuary after 9 bells. Let me open the front gate for you. Thank you. Okay, that's nice. So he's opened the gate. Oh, this guy again. Go away, you. I'm about to leave. You see a stern-looking man in black robes. He's glaring at you suspiciously. You, state your business. Okay, so let's just do the one that we did before, and hopefully you leave us alone. Okay, so can we talk to you again before we leave? Very well. Very well. The front gate is now unlocked, but you cannot re-enter. Okay, so basically the game's telling us if you leave now, you can't come back in here. Okay, but I think pretty much done here anyway. Can I ask you some questions before I leave? Soigo nods. You may ask your questions. If I may ask, are you all right? You look tired. Soigo managed a weak smile and the corners of his mouth twitched slightly. I've recently taken ill. Minor fever, nothing more. Sometimes they make sleep difficult. Anything I could do? Seigo shakes his head. No. Thank you for your concern. I will endure. He frowns slightly. Was there something else you wanted? Yes, I had some other questions. Do you know someone named Farod? Farod? Of course I know him. He frowns and his eyes gleam red. A ghoulish man. No respect for the dead. Even less for the living. He is a scavenger, a collector. Collector? Collectors make their living gathering corpses and bringing them here to the mortuary. We then make sure the bodies receive a proper burial. So this collector, Farad, do you know where I could find him? I know he resides in the Hive, the slum outside the Mortuary, but I do not know exactly where. Some of the other collectors may know, if they'll talk to you. Oh, I had some other questions. I'm missing a journal. Have you seen one? A journal? Sego seems confused. No, I haven't not seen one. Never mind then. I had some other questions. I guess I don't actually. Okay. Never mind. I must take my leave. Farewell. Okay, so now we get to exit the mortuary. This door is locked. Hey. Open the door. You said you were going to open. Stop backing away. So he said he unlocked the door, but then this says that it's locked. What is going on? Is this some kind of bug? The door is locked. Sego, help us. Or Soego. I guess it is. Soego. Okay, I'm gonna try save the game and then see if that works. If not, I'll just reload an earlier save, but I'll see you either way. I'm gonna see you in a second anyway. Yep, not creepy at all.
Done.
Okay, so I reloaded. I had to reload and go back and play through. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to ask him questions before we left because the other guys kept interrupting me before I could get to the exit. Oh, these are just men. So we're not inside anymore. So maybe we can talk to them. Let's see what they say. You see a pale-faced Sussman standing guard over the front gate. He's staring off across the city rooftops with a distant expression. As you approach, he turns to face you. Yes. I had some questions. He nods and waits. I'm looking for someone named Farad. Do you know where he might be found?
Updated my journal.
Farad is a collector. The man studies you for a moment. If you would wish to know more of him, I am told that Initiate Imorik in the Gathering Dust Bar also seeks him. It may be that he can help you. Where is the Gathering Dust Bar? As one leaves the mortuary front gate, head south and west. It lies past the memorial. Alright. I had some other questions before I go. He nods and waits. I'm looking for a lost journal. Have you seen one? He shakes his head. No. Okay, very well, thanks. Okay, so he was certainly helpful. I think these. Well, let's not assume anything. Let's try this person. Come on. Wait so we can talk to you. You see a somber, pale-faced dustman in black robes. He doesn't appear to notice you. Greetings. He turns slowly to face you. Yes. I had some questions. He folds his arms into his robes and waits. Do you know where I could find someone named Farad? Farad is a collector. The man studies you for a moment. If you wish to know more of him, I'm told that the initiate Inarik in the Gathering Dust Bar also seeks him. It may be that he can help you. Okay, so he's basically the same thing. Where's the Gathering Dust Bar? As one leaves the mortuary front gate, head south and west. It lies past the memorial. Alright. Very well. I will seek it out there. Okay, so that's basically done there, I guess. Right. So, oh. Clicked into the wrong window there. Okay, so let's go. Oh, who's this? Pox. That's a nice name. Oh, there's people here as well, though. Oh, they're dustmen. Not real people, just dustmen. Right, so let's go here and say hi to Pox, I guess. This cowled figure's hunched by the mortuary gate. His face is obscured by the shadow of his hood. What little you can see is his chin, which is covered with stubble and what appears to be a foul green-purple rash. The rash seems heaviest around his neck, fading as it crawls up to his chin. Greetings! The figure doesn't budge. There is a moment of silence. Then he responds in a high-pitched voice that sounds more suited to a girl of 10 years than a man. Oh my god, how the hell am I going to do this voice? Hi! Who are you? Pox am I, hi! Pox? Mother and father named me. Wish the pox on the firstborn. A curse given. Came true, it did. Hi! Why does he keep saying hi? Again, your eyes are drawn to the purplish green rash covering Pox's chin and neck. Oh, I had some more questions for you. Hi. Is that a hi as in like Japanese where I live? Because that's what people say, like if you say, does you have a question? Okay, so what are you doing? Wait for the deaders, do I? Hi. Deaders? Corpses? Why? Find a dealer. Take him through the gate. Get some jink. Then again, I wait. Hi. Through the gate? Why? A deader's to a dustman. What copper's to a collector? Bring them the dead. They give you copper at the gate, they do. Hi. Why did the dustman pay for the dead? Streets clean. Deaders in their place. Streets don't stink. Dead aren't lost. Kept inside gate. All happy. Hi. What did the dustman do with these deaders they buy? All deaders inside gate. Put them on slabs. Cut them up. Bury them. Or make them walk. Hi. Make them walk? Hi, they make some get back up. If the deader gives the dustman leave to, and the deader becomes a skell or a zom. Is the front gate the only way inside the mortuary? Hi, only deader or dustman go in the gate, they do. You want Pox make you deader again? Again? Hi, many times you ask. Pox always do. How many times exactly? Many times. Hi. So we've met before? Hi. So it is, I think it is Japanese hi. So it should just be hi, not hi. But to have to do a squeaky voice or the best approximation. What do you know about me? You a deader who don't stay deader for long. Hi. Deal square with Pox, you do. Do you know anything else about me? I guess not. You a deader who don't stay deader for long. Hi. Deal square with pox, you do. Do you know anything else besides that? You a deader who don't stay deader for long. Hi. Deal square with pox, you do. Alright then. How about I just pretend to be dead? I don't want to go inside. Say, I had some other questions. Do you know someone named Farod? Hi. Farod. Collector. Big. Name has weight. Cast long shadow. It does. Hi. Do you know where I might find him? Hi. In the hive here he is. Somewheres. Hi. Can you be more specific? Hi. Somewheres in the hive he is. Far out hide he does. Very hard finding he is. Not worth finding he is. Not worth finding? What do you mean? Hi. Many hates him. Other collectors even. Sharegrave hates him. Not like Farad at all. Hi. Sharegrave? Hi, Sharegrave. Big name. Carry weight. Cast long shadow he does. Tell Pox what to do he does. Would your boss, this Sharegrave, know where Farad is?
Updated my journal.
Hi, Sharegrave no darks he does. No farther hiding he does. Sharegrave and Ragpicker Square, many blocks west of here. Hi. Say Sharegrave the Pox send you. Tell him Sharegrave become Sharecopper with Pox he will. Hi. I had some other questions. I've lost a journal. You wouldn't happen to have seen one, would you? Hi, no journal have I seen. Things get lost in the hive, never found again. Maybe journal one of them. Hi. I see. I had some other questions. Actually, I don't, so. Sorry to disturb you. Farewell. Okay, and with that lovely conversation with Pox there, I think it's time for us to end. And hopefully I don't need to do his voice too often. It's very difficult for me. But that is the end of this particular episode. So myself, Mort, and the Nameless One really do hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye.